Hello guys, so welcome back to the channel. So you've seen what I've been up to with the little truck. Like I said, that is now 99% done. So it can get tucked in the corner until I get the paperwork I need to put it on the road. So it is now time to crack on with the Corrado. Now I've got my little toy sat there waiting to go. So yeah, today is Turbo Day, new turbo. So yeah, obviously I always say I'm due, I don't have a huge amount of money. This thing, everything I build on a budget. I build it out of borrowing, and second-hand parts off eBay. It's all done, yeah, as cheap as I can get it without bodging it, if that makes sense. So when it came to a turbo, again, I couldn't afford to go Garrett or Precision or anything like that. So I was looking at a company called Pulsar Turbo Systems. Now, they popped up on eBay, did a bit of research, found a lot of good things about them, looked at a few unboxings and whatnot on YouTube, and yeah, it's all good. I haven't heard a bad thing about it. Now, they're a lot cheaper than a Garrett. They're similarly spec'd as well, so depending which one you go for, so the one I've gone for is a gtx35rs Gen 2. So it's a dual ceramic ball bearing cartridge, billet turbine, V-band outlet on it, V-band all round, so V-band housing, hot side, yeah, everything really. They look like really good turbos, and I haven't seen any bad things. So contacted them, inquiring about what turbo I wanted and whatnot. They actually got back to me, saw my YouTube channel and my Instagram and whatnot, and believe it or not, offered to sponsor the Corrado and myself. So this video and every other video to do with the Corrado is going to be sponsored by Pulsar Turbo Systems. And they were kind enough to send me out my new turbo pretty quickly, actually, considering it came from the States. So it only took about a week to come, something like that, to the UK, even with all this coronavirus going on. So yeah, let's unbox it. We'll take the housings off, have a look, see what it's all about. Cool, right, here we go then. So turbos come, couple bucks. Pretty much spec there. You can see on the label if it will focus. So yeah, anyway. So Pulsar Turbo Systems, it's universal performance, dual bearing, billet wheel. I had the T51R mod done to it. So if you don't know what the T51R mod is, easiest way is literally go, once you finish watching this video, and hit the like and subscribe button. Go in the search box, search T51R Turbo, and it will come up. So basically, back in the 90s, all the old Skylines and Supras used to have what was then the HKS T51R, which they don't make anymore. But I don't know, depending how old you are or whatnot. If you do remember the cars from back in the early 90s, the Toyotas and Supras out of Japan and stuff, the turbo whistle from them was ridiculous. They used to, literally the noise was insane out of them. And that was because of the way the housing was machined and the turbo and what turbine was put in it. So I've had that done, because why wouldn't you have as many turbo noises as you possibly can? So yeah, I've had that done as well, which is, again, considering they do them to order. So considering I ordered it, a week or so ago, that's pretty quick turnaround. So I've literally just taken the plastic out. I haven't taken it out yet. So this is unboxing. I don't know what is in here, but we'll have a look. So, a couple of stickers. So yeah, if you want to know what the logo looks like, Pulsar Turbo Systems. These will eventually go in the Corrado when there's glass, well, not even glass, when there's perspex in it. And just for shits and giggles, I'll put one in my little Honda Acti as well. Got to represent, they're kind enough to support me in the channel and the Corrado, so I will support them. So that's that, I can go out of the way. Cardboard, oh no, we don't care about that. Now the fun bit, oh my god, come out. Hello. Turbo. More cardboard, get rid of that. More cardboard, get rid of that. Oh, we've got a little package. Take two. Turn that down. So, I've got a oil line reducer. So, if you know about turbos, they, especially like the Garrett stuff, too much oil being pressured into sort of the body of the turbo can cause leaks and whatnot, and it pushes oil past all the seals and everything. So I used to run one on my old turbo. This is a restrictor just to reduce the amount of oil that gets pushed in, that gets flowed into the turbo housing. And it looks like a gasket for the oil return. So cool. Put that in a safe place. What else we got? More cardboard. What's this? That's it. That can go to the room. Have a look. What's in this one? Move that out of the way. So this looks like the V-band housings for the V-band flanges, sorry. So this is the turbo exhaust inlet. Cool, so that, back in a sec, gonna grab my 6-to-1, ding, right, so my collector, bang, so that is gonna go on there. So what I'm gonna have to do is, not far off, so I'll just flatten this off. So it's got a nice, because there is a lip inside there. So I'll flatten off, get it a nice tight fit, fully weld it on the outside, probably fully weld it on the inside as well, and then I can chuck the burr in there and smooth it out so it's as smooth as possible. Cool, right, that'll be first job, put that on there. It all seems like nice quality as well, it's all machined up nicely, so that'll be the exhaust flange, I would imagine. So yeah, again, no rough edges, no sharp edges, it's all really nicely machined actually. Yeah, looks good. Cool. That can go to one side. Actually, I've got a little bag here, use this. So they can go in there, safekeeping. Put that in there, safekeeping as well. Happy days. Right, now for the fun bit. Let's get this open. Find Stanley knife. Stanley blade. That's scissors, that'll do. Rubbish. Woo-wee! Look at that, she's a beaut. So, before we look into it completely, let's have a look at first impressions. Housing looks nice. It's just mild steel cast housing. They didn't do a what I would have gone stainless steel, but they didn't do a stainless steel housing. Maybe it's something I can upgrade to in the future. So yeah, I went AR83 with it, which is similar to my old one. Obviously my old setup was, again, it was an eBay turbo, and it did me pretty well, it did me proud actually. It was a cheapy 200 quid one. So this, yeah, I mean this is going to be 100 times better than that. So similar size, similar everything actually. Casting looks good in there. That's machined nicely as well. It's all machined nicely in there. We'll put these back on as we go, just so I don't get any crap inside it. That looks nicely machined. Ooh, smooth. Nice. Cool. Right. Now for the front side. Woo-wee! Look at that. So yeah, what I was on about the T51R mod, if you don't know. So, a normal turbo, let me find my old one. And I can compare it, basically. So this is a similar spec turbo. This is my eBay one. So you can see this is different because it's drilled, but when they're machined like this and have an anti-surge sort of space around the edge, the gap, the anti-surge gap, is normally a lot bigger than that. And you can see the difference in size on the turbine inside there compared to that one, basically. So yeah, that's the T51R mod. Apparently, so that's what I don't know because science and stuff. I don't do science and stuff, but this is what makes all that nice turbo, extra loud whiny noises and spooling noises. So yeah, it looks pretty nice, to be fair. Nice billet wheel in there, nice and smooth. Zero play in the shaft, literally zero play, which is nice. So yeah, that's good. Nicely machined off there. So what we'll do is, let's take the cold side housing off and have a look at it. Have a look at that, shall we? So again, this is pretty standard to all turbos. Some of these do have V-band mounts, V-band clamps that hold these together. Most of, I think all of the Garretts have this style of bolt of like sort of clamping system for holding the turbo together. It's the same on the hot side as well. So it's just these. Right. Let's pull that out. Ooh. So get a nice little close up. Oh, nice billet wheel. So yeah, that looks very nice. Nice machining. Again, no rough edges. Slightly sharp edges, but you want slightly sharp edges on that so it cuts through and puts the air through. Nice and smooth. Again, there's like zero shaft play on there. So we'll put him down. O-ring around there, which is always good. Some turbos you'll see don't come with this O-ring, so it just makes a better seal around the edge of the turbo, basically. I don't think my eBay turbo has one, to be fair. So then nicely machined housing. So again, all smooth. Also has a turbo speed sensor. I won't be using, not straight away anyway. So you can see, you can try and see the blocks inside there. There's 3 blocks, so that's gets pressed into the housing. So this is machined separately. This inner ring is machined separately. Then it's pressed into the turbo. And then there's a little grub screw just underneath there that holds it in place. So what it would have started out like, oh, I've got another housing here actually. So it would have started out something like that. Probably wouldn't have had the holes, it just would have had a whole piece. So it would have started like that, and then they chuck it on the lathe, machine it out to whatever size they need it to. Then this piece is then machined separately, pressed in, little grub screw just to be sure. So hopefully, yeah, this should make all the turbo noises. Now, feeling the weight difference in this and this is ridiculous. This weighs, I would probably say double. Yeah, I would say double this. Now this is a generic, again, this is a generic turbo housing. I don't know why. I don't even know how I got this. I think I just picked up another eBay turbo for cheap or whatever, new, and I didn't use the housing. But yeah, you can actually compare. So if you have a look, these edges are really rough and dented and scratched. This has never been run on a car. This has just been in a box on a shelf. So this is pretty much, bar being a bit dirty, how it came out, how it would have come from eBay or whatnot. So, you know, you can, if you look down inside those, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they're really rough. The edges are really sharp and not very nice around there. The cast is really rough. You know, lots of little things like that, which I suppose show quality difference. But yeah, the weight of this, I would say double, easily double the weight. This is just a lot nicer. I mean, yeah, the difference is crazy. On this machine side here, that's perfect. The edges are nice. Like, yeah, the difference is definitely night and day. I mean, for the money, so this at full retail is it's about $890 with the T51R mod. So you can get it cheaper. I think the T51R mod's like $200 extra. So this is, yeah, the quality difference. All right, an eBay turbo is what, 200 quid? I mean, some of them are like 150 quid, but you know, if you want to play it safe, a 200 quid eBay turbo. If you didn't have the T51R mod done, it's about, well, they're about $500 I think, without the T51R mod, something like that, plus VAT or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's not a huge amount of money. Don't get me wrong, the eBay turbos, they're brilliant. If you're doing a build on a budget, like I have done in the past, and like I still am really, but you know, these are mint. I mean, I don't know if you watch like the Boosted Boys, they get like 1,000 brake horsepower or something stupid like that out of these eBay turbos. So if you're running like a pretty basic setup on low boost, there is nothing wrong with these turbos. You know, keep your oil clean, look after the engine and whatnot, these turbos will go on. And for 150 quid, 200 quid, you know, if they last 6 months, you buy another one, it's not the end of the world. But, you know, I'm gone so far with the Corrado now, I do want to try my best to get something a little bit better, hence why I went with these Pulsar Turbo. So yeah, there's a comparison on that housing. So far, yeah, I'm pretty happy. This is lovely. Compared to this, beautiful. Right, let's get rid of that. So, let's go back to this. Right, what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to put the housing back on so I can flip it back over and not do any damage. Let's just be careful putting this on. Yeah. So let me chuck this back on, and then plus I won't lose any bits. The workshop's a bit of a mess at the moment. It's not too bad actually, but it's a bit of a mess. Need to have a bit of a tidy up. And when I tidy up, I tend to sweep everything into piles and then put them in boxes when it comes to nuts and bolts. And then I have to spend an hour trying to find bolts for all the different little boxes I've got. So we'll put this back together. Then we won't lose anything. We're nice and safe. So, right. I'm excited, guys. Very excited. So, right, while I do this, I will talk about what else we're doing to the Corrado that I haven't done before. So, I am going to be building a custom inlet manifold as well, because I've gone rear mounted rad, because I don't know why I did, but more room at the front, better air, probably better airflow without having a massive intercooler in front of it. So because I've gone rear mounted rad, I've got loads of room in the front, so I'm going to build a pretty decent, nice flowing inlet manifold. And also, reason I went rad in the back is I watched a few videos on sort of airflow and things like that, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen like RX-7s and whatnot, and they run a V-mount radiator and intercool setup. Now, I just thought they did that because it was cool, not gonna lie, which it is, but there is reasons behind that, and that's because the way the air flows into the intercooler and the radiator and whatnot. So if you have it dead straight flat against your engine bay, against your engine, the air flows straight in, hits your engine and stops, and then sort of goes crazy inside your engine bay. Now if you can put a slight angle on it, which is what I'm hoping to do now I've got more room, if you can put a slight angle facing, let's say, down, what you'll actually do is when the air comes in, it will naturally change direction and flow up. So it will flow over the top of the engine rather than just hitting the engine flat and causing turbulence and whatnot. So the advantage of it going up over the engine is, one, it's better airflow. Not that I care about aerodynamics, but it's better aerodynamics. Two, it actually flows the cool air over the engine, and the chances are it will then go down the back behind the engine where a lot of the heat is in the turbo manifold. So it's more cold air flowing around the engine, and obviously we all know colder engine temps in general is better for everything, for the engine, for running, for power, the lot. So I'm going to try my best to put the inlet on a bit of an angle in the front, so then I will have better airflow around the engine bay, slightly better aerodynamics, again I don't care, but better aerodynamics, better airflow around the engine rather than it just hitting the front of the engine and then just getting stuck there and not really doing a lot. This way I'll keep the engine bay a lot cooler and a lot nicer. So that will be happening as well, custom inlet. Yeah, so lots of ideas in my head. I have too many ideas and not enough money. That's my biggest problem. I have loads of ideas and not a lot of money. Oh, this is tight. Probably been Loctite again, isn't it? But I'm going to take him off. Yeah, imagine me with a lot of money. If I had loads of money, it'd be dangerous. My unit would be 10 times the size and it would be full of rusty shit. Rusty cool shit. That's for sure. Oh, that's another plastic cap. Make sure I do these up tight, eh? When I put it back together, they're pretty tight. Get him apart. So, to be fair, I got to clock the turbo anyway, so I would have had to undone these at some point. I've got to clock the turbo to where I want it, especially with the new turbo manifold. Right, that's all off. Cool. Let's lift him out. Do you know what? I'm going to put the cap back on this. There we go. Cool. Right, let's check out the hot side. Again, nice. What looks like very nice machining on all parts. This is nice and smooth. No rough edges. No sharp edges. Dead flat. Yeah, it's real nice. I'm going to turn this off. Yeah, I'm happy with what I see there. That's lovely. Cool. And again, this side as well. Nice machining. Happy days. Let's have a look at this side. I can't believe the weight of this. It's so light compared to my old one. So light. Right, that again looks nice. Looks like it's that little grinding notch for balancing, which is always good to see. So it's not been balanced up, we know that much. So this is a water cooled core. So there's your top. Oil inlet. You've got water that side. And then there's your oil return, which we saw the flange for earlier. Then we just put this cap back in there so we don't get any gunk inside it. So yeah, that, so far, I mean, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy actually. For what these cost, so far, everything I've seen is awesome. It really is. Honestly cannot recommend them enough. If you're thinking of doing a turbo build, or even if you're thinking of upgrading your current turbo setup, I would seriously check these guys out. I'll put a link in the description for their website. They are on eBay as well as their own website. They don't just do universal stuff. So this is classed as a universal turbo, but they do factory replacements. So, you know, for whatever vehicle, they do factory replacements, which again are to this quality, and you can spec them up as well, like similar to what I have. So you can put a billet turbine on them and this and that, and yeah. So even if you're upgrading your standard KO4, whatever it may be, for your 20 valve turbo, or I don't know, your standard diesel turbo Passat turbo, because it's shot itself, whatever it may be, go check them out, give them a go. They do lots of other bits. They do rebuild kits as well. So, you know, if your turbo is on its way out and you want to redo the internals of it, they do this kit, this turbo. So if you've got a GT35, Garrett, whatever it may be, you can buy the ceramic ball bearing cartridges and a billet wheel and everything as a kit. So all you got to do is take yours apart, put it back together. Mine is the T51R mod, but you will have technically this turbo. So, you know, if I don't know the first thing about building turbos, so, well, they're pretty simple, but obviously you've got to have them balanced and whatnot. So I've always thought there's no point, you might as well just buy a new one. And at the price of these, you'd be mad not to, really, for what these cost. You get a warranty with them, you know, a bit of peace of mind. So yeah, that's it. That is the Pulsar Turbo Systems GTX35rs Gen 2 T51R mod, billet turbine, all singing, all dancing, turbo. Again, want to say thanks to Pulsar Turbos for supporting me, supporting the channel, and supporting the Corrado. You're going to make it go fast, and you're going to make sound cool noises. So that's always good. And yeah, do me a favour, go on their website, go check them out, give them a like on Facebook, give them a like on Instagram, and just go support the brands that support me, if you know what I mean. And then they can keep making cool stuff, and I can keep making cool stuff. Sound, I'm going to put this back together properly, tighten up all the bolts and whatnot, and then we will look at where it's going to sit in the engine bay. Sound, cheers guys. Yo guys, so yes, turbo unboxing is done. I'm going to end the video there because to put the V-band flange on my collector, I want to get it nice and flat, and I don't have a big enough sort of flat sander to get a nice finish. So I'm going to take it to work because we got a big linisher there, and I can literally chuck it on top of the linisher, hold it, get it dead flat and perfect fit for this, and then I can weld it up nicely rather than having loads of gaps to fill if I don't get it quite right with an angle grinder and whatnot. So we'll end the video there with just a turbo unboxing. Not massively exciting for you guys, pretty exciting for me. So yeah, next video will be the turbo manifold. We will actually crack on with the turbo manifold. I've said this, what, 3 times now? We will do it. Next video, promise, turbo manifold. We're going to see about, see what we can do. So yeah, I will see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Help me out by hitting the like and the subscribe. Leave a comment of whatever you want, really, don't mind. Yeah, but yeah, just do what you can to support me and the channel, and we can get this growling finished a lot quicker. Anyway, sound. Cheers, guys. See you next time. Bye.